I want to talk to you today about an attitude, a state of mind, an idea that our society has adapted. It's this idea that failure is a bad thing and that you are good enough the way you didn't fail. It starts when we're young. We play sports, and in these sports, every single kid gets a trophy. The MVP of the league, best player by far, he gets the same exact trophy as the worst kid out there. And they give that trophy to the worst kid and say, "You did great, you succeeded." When in reality, that is a lie. They failed at what they did, and that is okay, because failure is a good thing. Failure is part of our learning process. It's how we learn. When we played our MLA Jeopardy game, and we ended in that tie, I was a little upset. Because it's this society, us as a society, we have been okay with this fact that, you didn't win, but everyone wins. You did good enough, you succeeded, everyone won. And after we went back to our dorms, went on with our day, about an hour after class, I thought to myself, what was that question that won us the review game? We had 4 questions in a row, the double Jeopardy, and then 3 bonus round questions, and I couldn't remember a single one or what the answer was. But I guarantee if we would have lost on one of those questions, I would remember the question, I would remember our answer, and I would have remembered the correct answer. Because failure is how we learn, and that's when we're young kids. When we learn how to walk, we get up and we fall on our face. We fail. We get back up, we take a couple steps, and we fall again. Same thing with riding a bike. You get on the bike, you have someone behind you that's balancing you as you go. As soon as they let go, you're out of control and you fall. You fail, and that's just a part of your learning. That's how we learn, and it's the natural way to learn. This summer, I was hanging out with my friend, and we got invited to go rock climbing. And so we're like, yeah, that sounds like a great idea, let's go. But neither of us have been rock climbing before, so we didn't really know what to expect. We get to the gym and we see everyone, and they look like this. They're climbing up, they're going really fast, they're hanging on with one hand. I swear one guy went up feet first. It was incredible. And then we go out there, we're like, oh, that's easy. We get there and we get 5-10 feet off the ground. I mean, it was bad. We failed miserably. There were 8-year-olds there, and they were kind of laughing at us. And I was a little embarrassed, but I still had a good time and I enjoyed myself. And that failure of rock climbing, that put something inside of me. And I wanted to get better at it. So I kept going to the gym. I kept improving my skill as a rock climber. And by the end of the summer, I went back there. I climbed all the way up to the top and I rang that bell they had. And let me tell you, there's no greater feeling than failing at something, improving at it, and then succeeding. Because if you climb it the first time, you ring the bell, good for you, that's great, but you don't get that same feeling of accomplishment that you get when you failed first. And there's a lot of famous people in our society that have gone through this process. One great example is Michael Jordan. He failed at basketball early in his life. He got cut from his high school team because he wasn't good enough. And that lit a fire inside of him because he loved the game and he became a perfectionist. He worked and he worked harder than anybody else, and that is why he is the greatest basketball player to play the game. And another group of people who have embodied this failure to be positive and have learned that failure is a good thing is the scientific community. Scientists are great at knowing that if you try something and you fail, you can learn from that. And one great example is Thomas Edison. He is well known for inventing the light bulb. And when asked about his failed attempts, he responded, "I didn't fail. I found out 200 ways how not to make a light bulb." Retrospect, they were failures. He tried to create it and he didn't. That is a failure. But he knew that he could learn from that and improve himself. This picture is a picture taken by the Hubble telescope. The Hubble telescope is one that orbits around the Earth, takes pictures of the sky. And this isn't just an ordinary picture of stars, though. When this picture was taken, the scientists who were in charge of this project decided to point the telescope at an area of space that was pitch dark. It was completely black, and they left the telescope there gathering in light for a little over 11 days. And this is the image they got. You couldn't have expected an image like this from nothing. I don't know what they expected, but I can't imagine they expected this. They had to go into that project knowing that it's a good chance they're going to fail and get a picture of absolutely nothing. And that's okay, because you can still learn from that. If you get a picture of nothing out in space, maybe you've seen the end of the universe. I don't know. And that's something they would theorize, but instead they got this picture, and there's some beautiful pictures just like that. These are all galaxies, by the way. And it's this idea of learning from failure that our society needs to bring back. We've tried to cut out failure and say, oh, failure is bad, no one likes to fail, which is true, no one does like to fail. But failing helps you learn because it puts that fire inside you, it motivates you. And there's something about trying something and failing that some people, if you shy away from, you fail and then you just go away, that will happen. But if you fail at something that you're passionate about, that you care about, it will motivate you to improve your skill. That's why I want everyone to strive to fail. It's an interesting concept, but when you think about it, I'm not saying go next week and fail one of your finals because, oh, Joe told me to fail at something, I can do that. That's not what I'm saying. I want you to go try something new, give it your best effort, and if you succeed, great, you found another skill that you're good at. But if you fail, and it's something you care about, that will make you work harder and want to succeed in that area. And then after you've mastered that skill, go on to another one. Fail at that one. Improve and master. And keep doing that. And if you keep doing that, you will keep learning new skills and you will keep improving yourself as a person. And in this society that we have today that is ever-changing, ever-evolving, new things are coming up all the time, we have to be able to keep learning and keep expanding our knowledge of the world. And that is best learned through failure. Thank you.